Hello everyone, today's book review is Vicious by V.E Schwab, most namely Victoria Schwab, if you follow her on Twitter or haven't read her other books. So the summary of this book, I'm just going to flip this around and read it. Victor and Eli started out as college roommates, brilliant, arrogant, lonely boys who recognized the same sharpness and ambition in each other. In their senior year, a shared research interest, adrenaline, near-death experiences, and seemingly supernatural events reveals an intriguing possibility that under the right circumstances, someone can develop extraordinary abilities. But when their thesis moves from the academic to the experimental, things go horribly wrong. What I liked about this book, I enjoyed the plot about EOs and two anti-heroes. But personally, I believe there's one anti-hero and one villain going after one another in a ruthless way, and how morally gray everyone is. I want more morally gray characters in my life, and this book gave that to me. And I'm so happy I picked that up. Side note, Team Victor, just my opinion. And can you tell which one I think is the anti-hero and which one is the villain? Because I just totally said it. Team Victor. Since there are no good people in this book, I really enjoyed that gray area of whose side are you picking? I said Team Victor. But I'm sure other people would say Team Eli. Though I do think that Sydney is deep down a good person, but she's of course still morally gray. And that's actually from trauma. So she wasn't born horrible. It's just, you know, things happened. And things really did happen to her, and I don't blame her. Which character is worse and therefore want to see die is also something that I was playing with when I was reading this book. That's pretty much the question you have to answer for yourself, and that's really refreshing. All the characters are well developed in this novel, but I especially love Mitch, Victor, and Sydney, and Doll the dog. I love dogs, what can I say? I also love a character they add to the group at the end of the novel, but no spoilers about that part from me. I love that this is written in third person because third person represents. Thank you. The writing was solid overall. There are some mistakes that I'm not too keen on that I'll talk about in a few moments. But her choice of words and her details to the story and the characters were a breath of fresh air. So what I didn't like, I really don't like time jumps. And that was practically all that it was in this novel. I prefer linear storytelling, but by the second half of the book, I understood why Victoria wrote it in this way. I wasn't a fan of reading the chapters focusing on Eli because he's definitely a bad person, and it's obvious why to me. But when I read his chapters through his eyes, he bored me a bit. But when it was Victor, Sydney, or Serena talking about Eli, he was way more interesting. So that's a bit of a writing issue, I suppose. Lastly, like I've said before, if there's more than 4 pages without dialogue, you're going to lose me. So I did skim a few chapters, but it wasn't too bad because most of the chapters weren't very long. So though there might be 4 pages without dialogue, and I skimmed it a bit, the chapter only had 4 pages anyway. I found that to help ease that no dialogue pain a little bit in this novel. I did find the short chapters with no dialogue a bit better to digest versus you have chapters that are 25 pages long and other books and there's no dialogue for 7 of those pages. It gets tiring. So overall, I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. I dropped it 1 star because of the 3 reasons I didn't like about the book, but it's still a great book and I definitely recommend it. I'll be reading the second book in the series, especially because it's based on Sydney and she's my favorite character in this book series. Thank you so much for watching my book review on Vicious. If you like what you just saw, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to get to know me in any of my social media and my writing, all of that is in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great reading day. Bye!